I got threatened. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Mac T, and today I'm going to be telling the story of how I got threatened. I say that with a smile because I'm in so much pain. Anyway, so it all started freshman year. Just get right into it. Started freshman year, and like we were kind of, I'm gonna name him Rick. So me and Rick were kind of like flirting, and not like in a bad way, but like I liked him, he liked me, whatever. And then it just kind of developed after that. And junior year, I got his Instagram because I was like so nervous around him all the time. So I was like, hey, give me your Instagram. And he was like, sure, here you go. So we texted for a while. And it almost got sexual. Almost. But then we got like in a huge fight. Like, it was just little things. Like, oh, I don't like your attitude. Like, okay. Okay. So basically, he was saying something that I have my preferences of what is cool to talk about with my friends and what's not. Like, I'm not cool with certain things being talked about. So like he was talking about LGBT rights and how they shouldn't be a thing. Now I'm like, that's a warning sign. No, you can't say that, because at the time I identified as in bisexual. So it was like, why are you saying this? I'm bisexual. You're my friend. You're supposed to support me. And he was like, I know, but like sometimes they don't deserve it. And I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Like, it doesn't matter who you are. Unless you killed someone, I don't see how you shouldn't be able to have rights. Huh? Okay. Yeah, that happened. And then, okay, I came out as lesbian second semester in junior year. Yeah, that's when. I came out as lesbian to him first because I thought he deserved to know, because I liked him, but then some stuff happened with another guy that I'm not gonna mention. That's another story time. But yeah, I told him I was lesbian, and he like freaked out. He was like, how can you do this to me? I like you. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't know that, and I'm sorry, but I'm lesbian. There's nothing you can do to change my mind. Well, now I don't identify as anything. I just like who I like, because confusion. Confusion. So anyway, so yeah, we got in that huge fight, and he just said some really cruel stuff. So I had to delete depression? I wish I could. Delete Instagram, because depresso espresso, man. I really did. I was so sad, and I was like, how do I get myself out of this? And my idea was to delete Instagram for a while. So I deleted it for a while, and then I think it was like September something. I don't remember the exact date. Okay, so I opened up Instagram, and the first thing I see is a message from some random girl. Keep in mind, I don't even know who this girl is, or where she lives, or what school she goes to, or whatever. Her thing is, stop bothering Rick. Your mood is making him depressed. You're not the only one that has problems going on in life. I get that, but my depression was so bad I wanted to die. Like, why? I don't want to feel like this. Why would you think I want to feel like this? And so we continue. And I promise other people have way bigger problems than you. Yeah, I get that, but I was going through some shiz, okay? I was going through so much, I wanted to die. That's how bad it got. And if you guys watch my earlier story time about my mental illnesses, you'll understand that I've tried to commit suicide 3 times. So no, apparently I don't have big problems, right? Okay, and then I replied with, Not your problem, to be honest. I was going through shiz of my own. You have no idea what I was going through. Nobody does. So back the F off. Okay? And then she was typing. I didn't want to see what she did. I blocked her. Okay, so I talked to my mom about it. I was crying, shaking. I was so mad. I was so angry. I was so sad. I was like, why is this happening to me? I don't deserve this. So I talked to my mom about it. She was like, okay, first calm down and talk. So I told her what happened. And she was like, okay, you need to text him and tell him to stop sticking his dogs on you because it's not fair. And I'm like, exactly. So this is what I said to him. This is like a whole conversation. Call out your effing dogs, B. Stop telling people you're depressed because of me. I didn't do S, alright? Look, I'm sorry you are depressed. I am. But I didn't cause it. You were supposed to be my friend and you did me wrong. So stay the F out of my life and tell people to leave me alone about you. Point effing blank. I'm done, alright? And then he responds with, he has the nerve to say this. I never told anyone about anything. Then how the F did your girlfriend know? Because the girl that I just read off the message from was his girlfriend. Which is what I found out later. So his girlfriend DM'd me about his depression when I was depressed not 2 days ago. Whew, let me calm down. Okay. I said, really? Then he texted me earlier in the week about you. Because this was like earlier in the week from when I re-downloaded Instagram. He said, besides my GF. He failed to say that before I texted that message. So I was already heated. I sent the screenshot. And he said, but that's it. And I said, I didn't do S. So back off your effing dogs. I'm sick of your drama, and honestly, I'm sick of you. I was so sick of him that I wanted him to die. Like, I didn't want him to die, but like, that's how bad I hated him. I don't think people understand hate until they go through something like this. Because like, you never know what that person's going through, and you can't understand why they act that certain way, but that doesn't mean they get the right to treat me like this, right? Like, they don't give the right to treat someone like shiz. Like, come on, people. You can't be... I don't understand how people can be such a good person and then turn on you. That just shows you that they're a bad person. So let's continue. He said, you're the one that makes the effing drama. Hold on. I deleted Instagram because I wanted to get away from drama. I don't start effing drama. Sorry, I don't like it. Nobody does. So why would they start it? And I always said, stop sticking the dogs on me because I'm sick of his friends coming at me and saying, oh, Rick is depressed because of you. I don't know what he's going through. I know that. But that doesn't give him the right to treat me like this, right? And I said, no, I'm not. He said, and I already told you to leave me the F alone. No, he didn't. He said, hold on. He said, yes, you are, and I was fine until you texted me. Now I'm gonna block you, and I'm gonna pretend this never happened. This is where I got heated and started crying because I was so scared. And don't insult her ever again, or I will make sure you pay dearly. You better effing listen to me, you dog. You dog? You just called a girl a dog. The F? Why would you call a girl a dog? That doesn't make any effing sense to me because, like, I'm trying to rack my brain right now, trying to figure out why he would call me a dog. I'm not doing anything but professing my feelings. Like, we've had so many fights in the past, but none as bad as this. He has a freaking problem. Let me continue. Now, don't you dare insult anyone, especially like her again. And if you do, and I found out, you will be hunted. Effing hunted. Boy, I was so mad and pissed off, and I was so done with him. I was like, why would you threaten me like that? And he didn't have the nerve to come up to my face and say it. Okay. I understood that he was defending his girlfriend, but that didn't give him the right to threaten my life. Now I'm scared every time I see him. We'll get into that in a second. That's pretty much it for that conversation. So let's fast forward to a week ago. So at my school, seniors are getting ready for college, of course, but some of us are doing a 5th year because I go to an early college, and that means you get an associate's degree with your diploma. So, like your high school diploma. So some of us have to take 5 years. That's what I'm doing. So we have this thing called seminar. We basically sit down for an hour and listen to someone talk to us about our future. That's basically what it is. So I was just sitting there, and my friend Yanni, she wanted me to sit next to her, but my principal, I showed her these screenshots, and she said, you are not to communicate with him, you're not even supposed to look at him. Don't make contact with him, and if he makes contact with you, you tell me. I was like, okay, cool. Done and done. Now every time I see him, I have a panic attack. Like, no joke, I will be shaking and hyperventilating. That's how bad it gets. Okay, so back to the seminar. Yanni got called over to me to sit down with her, but Rick was sitting there next to her. So I was so scared of my life. And she was like, why? And I was like, I'll text you. So I was texting her during the seminar. Duh, I don't pay attention. I'm a high schooler. So I was like, I can't sit next to you because he's there. And she was like, what? And I was like, Miss Pegram, our principal, Miss Pegram told me not to see him or even sit next to him. So I can't be near him. I get anxious just looking at him. I accidentally looked at him when Yanni called me over, and he glared at me. Effing glared at me. What the F did I do? And his excuse to Yanni was, oh, she looked at me first. So what? I'm sorry, you do. I'll bleep it out. I'll bleep it out. But what the F? I didn't do anything to deserve this. Nobody deserves to be threatened. Nobody, unless you're like Hitler. To be honest. Like, if you're like Hitler and you want to kill Jews or something, like, then I can understand you should want to die. But, like, what? Why would you glare at me when all I did was look at you? I accidentally glanced at him. And he glares at me. Huh? What? Huh? I'm very confused. Why would, what? Okay, cool. So, fast forward to last week? Yeah, last week, Friday. No, it was Wednesday. So this was before the seminar. He comes into the front office. Okay, so a little short story time. So I'm trying to build up my resume for like jobs and stuff in colleges. So I don't think you need a resume for college. Never mind, I said that. Anyway, so I was trying to build up my resume for job interviews because I can work now. I'm 17 years old. So I was like, okay, I need to build up my resume, get something on there other than my volunteer work. So I decided I'll volunteer for the front office at my school. The office lady, Mrs. Strada, she's amazing. I love her. She was like, yeah, sure, you can work up here. What did you work? So Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, I work up there from 2 to 4 p.m. Specify. No one wants to go to school at 2 a.m. Sorry. But no, that's a deal breaker. So anyway, I work up there from 2 to 4, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Wednesday, he comes up to the front office. I look at him and I can't look away and I almost stop breathing. Like, just like that. And I was like, oh, I can't breathe. And the other girl, Lydia, that was in there, she was like, are you okay? And I'm like, I was not. I was not in the slightest okay because the guy that threatened me was 5 feet from me. Not even that, like 2 feet from me. I think he was getting a Chromebook because at the front office you can get Chromebooks for class. But like, he looked at me and all I saw was hatred in his eyes. Like, it never used to be there. I don't know what changed. He's a psychotic bee. Like, dude, what is wrong with you? Like, he has a serious problem. My friend, let's call him Joe. Joe, he told me that Rick threatened to fight him because he thought that Joe stole Rick's computer. So right there and then I'm like, Joe, he has a problem. He has a real problem. Like, he needs therapy problem. And like, his friends are still friends with him, and I don't understand it. How could you be friends with someone that threatens the life of someone else? Like, please describe that to me. Explain, because that makes no sense to me. And I might sound repetitive, but what? I'm racking my brain right now why he would do that. I was not harassing him, and he's the one harassing me, threatening my life. So what the F? I didn't do anything to deserve it. I'm only nice to everyone except Rick. Rick I will not be nice to anymore. He doesn't deserve to be nice for me to act nice to him. But then again, I can't talk to him, so what the F? So whatever. But yeah, that's basically it. Like, every time I see him now, I'm scared for my life. Like, I feel like I have to run to the police because I'm afraid he's gonna pull out a knife and kill me, or gonna kill me, or any other way you could kill someone. So like, no one really understands that. So it's like, it's kind of hard for me to go to school now and work at the front office knowing the odds that he'll come to the front office again. And it's just like, I can't. It's causing my depression to be bad. It's causing my anxiety to be bad. Like, why would you do that to a person? They don't deserve it. Someone as nice as me shouldn't deserve that. I'm nice to everyone I know. Unless it's like my brother, but me and my brother are supposed to fight. But other than that, I'm nice to everyone. I try to be anyway. Like, you know, I can be a bee when I want to be. When I need to be. But I'm nice. I try to be nice to everyone. And he says that. Like, that hurt me. I was crying for 20 minutes after I read that text. The text that he threatened me. And I was so scared for my life. I was like, why is this happening to me? But yeah. Hi guys, I forgot to mention that me and Rick had another argument. It's a pretty big one. Long. Okay. So I was talking about wanting to cut, and he said this true me peed me off. Ah, I see that you can't keep my blessing in your head. I see how it is. It's not that easy, dude. It's just not. And I said, it's not like that. It's like being addicted to smoking. You know you shouldn't, but it keeps edging on you. Even if someone says they're praying for you, you still want to do it. It doesn't change the fact I continually think about it. He says, yeah, it is. You should keep my blessing in your mind instead of that. You just have to wait it out and control yourself. Chew gum, that helps. And I don't think he understood what I meant by it's like smoking. Because I was saying it's like being addicted to smoking, not actually smoking. But anyway, as I clarified, I'm not addicted to smoking, I was just using it as an example. And then he said, yeah, then play a game, which wasn't a bad idea, but like, I was already really depressed and I didn't feel like doing anything. Or I was sad. And I said, the thoughts are too strong, like, yeah, I can distract myself for a minute, but as soon as the minute is over, it comes back. The thoughts are impossible to get rid of. I just want to feel okay again. And he said, play at war. We were still kind of friends when this happened. I was like, at war, or is it one word? Not important. And then I said, you think I want to have these thoughts? Because no one does. Nobody does. No one wants to be in pain. Unless you like pain, and then go for it. I don't care. But like, I do care, but like, if you want to be in pain, then that's your problem. Being in pain is not fun. So like, okay, continue. And then Rick said, these game thoughts are better than your thoughts of cutting. It helps. Now you either listen or ignore me. I said, I never ignore you. What the F? He said, if you didn't, you would be happy like cherished by now. For some reason, you don't keep my blessing in your mind and not want me to go back. I said, that's not it. You don't get it. You don't have the thoughts. You don't understand what it's like. I didn't understand what he was going through at the point, so don't sham me for that. Okay? I didn't know what he was going through. And I was upset. So of course I was going to say these things. And he said, I used to freaking cut myself, and sure I don't. I tried killing myself 5 different times. He hasn't even mentioned this to any of his closest friends, so I don't understand how he could say that. I feel like he's just guilt tripping me now. I said, what? He said, yeah, I do have the thoughts. And I said, you did? And he said, I've told you like 5 different times. Which he didn't! He's an effing liar! Woohoo! And I said, no, you haven't. And he's like, okay, sure, I'm done. And I said, with me? He said, I tried so many times. Don't get it. You don't understand it if you don't accept it. I said, you're right, I don't. I do accept it, but how can I, when you hurt me so many times, all we ever do is fight. I don't understand how to trust someone that doesn't care about me like at all. Which was true, he doesn't care. Obviously, because he threatened me. Now thinking back on it, that was his problem. He said, you think you're the only one that hasn't been hurt? No, I don't. Dude. I've suffered way more than you have ever suffered in your life. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh, sure. You haven't been sent to a hospital 3 times. You just haven't. Smiles in pain. You can't compare to my pain if I help you. I wasn't comparing my pain to anyone's. I was just saying that I was in pain and I didn't want to live. It's because I know how it feels and I know how to deal with it. I felt way worse than you've ever felt. How could you possibly know that? Please explain that to me. How can you possibly know what's going on in someone else's head? You don't! So like, how could you say something like that? How? Okay, I said, I seriously doubt that, to be honest. You have no idea what I've been through. You don't know the whole story. And he said, I think seeing your grandfather and grandmother being killed in front of you, your face, is far worse than anything you have been through. I've seen my grandfather die right in front of me. He died of diabetes and a heart attack. So sorry if that doesn't qualify as dying in front of my face. I didn't even get to see my grandmother on my mother's side. She was dead before my mom and dad even met. He said, oh yeah, well I think that's better than being attached to your grandparents, because then you wouldn't feel anything when they die. No, it means I felt more because I didn't even meet them. So it hurts even more than that. Like, okay, I understand where he's coming from. I do. But like, not even knowing your grandma, that's just messed up. Okay? He said, I said, I felt everything. Do you even know what it's like to not even get to meet them and understanding why, like I just said? He said, oh yeah, well I think that's better than, he said, oh yeah, I never met my grandparents from my dad's side, so I felt that, trust me. He just made that up. I know he did. He's a pathological liar. I said, you're acting really manipulative and toxic right now, just saying. And he was. Rick said, no, I'm not. I'm just telling you your life is less painful than mine. Why are you comparing your life to mine? You don't know what I've been effing going through, dude. And so don't ever say it is greater because you have no idea. Okay, yeah, you're right, I don't. But you can't possibly compare your pain to mine because our pains are very different. Okay? I said, you have no effing idea what I've been through. STFU. I said, I've been through so much more than you know. Much worse than what you would know. He said, no, you haven't. You act like it's an achievement. No, I don't! I really don't! Sorry, guys. I'm sorry for yelling so much. I'm just really heated right now. I said, how would you even know? Like, how could you possibly know if I'm acting like it's an achievement? You're acting like it's an achievement. I'm just telling you how I feel. Okay? And then he said it's not. Referring to the achievement part. I said, I'm not. I'm just explaining that you don't understand what I've gone through. I misfell through. Whatever. He said, oh, I do because I've been through it too. Really? You've been sent to a hospital 3 times not under your will? You've been sent to a hospital involuntary? They're involuntary? Yeah, involuntary. And, okay, this is where it gets a little dark. I said, seriously, so you've gotten touched in ways you wouldn't want to? That's another story time. You went to a mental hospital that threatened your life before, which I'll tell in my either past video or next video. I don't know what schedule I'm going to use. You have had panic attacks that could have killed you. Another story time. He said, wow, yeah, all of this had happened to me before. Boy! No way has that happened to you. Not all of it. There's no way someone has gone through exactly what I have gone through. Exactly, to the point. No, that's not how it works. He said, think again before you talk. I hope you feel better, but please leave me alone. That was the first time he said that. First time. And that's the first and only time he said that before the fight we had earlier in the video. If you do it when you say thank you because, okay, if you do it when you can, say thank you because you're done with your thoughts. I said, you never had a panic attack. I know you haven't. He said, sure you do. When did you have a panic attack that could have caused you to die? Like, I was genuinely asking because I didn't believe him. Because he seemed like such a pathological liar. Yeah, I was taking screenshots. Because this was on Snapchat. Before I had to delete all my accounts. He said, well, it's more like anxiety. Maybe it's different. I feel like it's not. I said, I'm effing passed out from a panic attack because I had too much oxygen go to my brain. I didn't wake up for 2 hours. That is so true. I didn't. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but it felt like 2 hours. I didn't even have a dream. I just woke up and it was like an hour later. But yeah, that's basically it. So, anyway, well, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for listening to my rant / story time. I love you guys so much. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and would like me to do more story times. Comment down below if you have someone this psychotic at your school. I want to know. So, anyway, don't forget to share with your friends so they can see my rants about this guy. And if you figure out who this guy is, do not DM him or anything because I'm not supposed to have anyone else talk to him for me. So, like, don't. Okay? Thank you. So, anyway, subscribe and join the T-Fam. I love you guys so much. Bye.